Hello and welcome to Chalk and Wire's Videos 101 webinar. This webinar will provide you with everything that administrators, faculty, and students need to know about working with videos. We will be focusing on providing you with tips and best practice recommendations for trimming, compressing, and uploading videos to the internet. If you have any questions throughout the webinar, please type them directly into the questions window of your GoToWebinar control panel. I will refer back to them at the end of the webinar as time permits. If your questions are not answered, or if you have any additional questions after the webinar, please feel free to send them to our support desk by email or phone. To reduce the likelihood of audio or visual issues during the webinar, we would recommend that you turn off all other programs or applications that may be running on your computer. If you do encounter any issues hearing me or viewing my screen, please switch to the telephone option in your GoToWebinar control panel and call into the webinar instead of using your computer's microphone and speakers. Leaving the webinar and joining again may also resolve these issues. If you cannot resolve the issues that you are experiencing, we will be posting the recorded version of this webinar on our support documentation site later today. Video recording has become quick and easy with the continuous improvement in video recording technology on all kinds of devices. As a result, more and more institutions are utilizing these technologies and requiring students to include video content in their coursework submissions. Furthermore, more and more colleges of education students are required to complete their edTPA each year, which also requires video content and has very strict format, length, and file size requirements for submitted videos. As a result of the increase in video requirements at many institutions, we feel that it is important for users to be well informed about how to best work with videos. Having this knowledge will provide a much better user experience when video uploads are required, as they will be able to eliminate common technical issues and upload their videos much more quickly. Before we get into the tips and best practice recommendations for videos, I want to briefly explain why we recommend that users trim and/or compress their video files before uploading them to Chalk and Wire. These recommendations actually have nothing to do with Chalk and Wire specifically, but instead with the fact that Chalk and Wire is an online software system and that it requires the use of an internet connection and a computer in order to access and use it. We also strive to provide the best possible user experience for everyone. However, the internet connection quality and computer that a user is using can directly affect how fast a video will upload and whether or not the user will experience technical issues during the upload process. Unfortunately, these two factors are not within our control. This is why we always recommend that a user trim and/or compress their videos before uploading, as both steps will reduce the size of the video and save it in an acceptable format. In turn, the user will be able to upload their video much more quickly and therefore reduce the chances of internet connection issues interrupting their upload. Trimming a video simply means removing unwanted or unnecessary portions of a video so that you are left with a shorter clip that demonstrates the required skills or content. This step is not always required, but is usually a good idea if your original video recording is long and/or contains content that you do not need to show in your submission. Trimming a video will allow the user to reduce the length of the video in minutes in order to meet the length requirements. By default, trimming a video will also reduce the size of the video clip in megabytes. Compressing a video simply reduces the overall size of the video in megabytes without altering the content or quality of the video clip. We would actually recommend that users compress all video clips, even if they are currently smaller than the maximum file size allowed. Reducing the size of a video clip in megabytes, even when not technically necessary, will only improve the user experience by allowing them to upload their videos much more quickly and reduce the chances of technical issues resulting from internet connection problems. There are many video editing applications available today, but the ones that we recommend are QuickTime for Mac users and Shotcut for Windows users, because they are both free to download and simple to use. QuickTime is typically a default program installed on every Mac computer, but it can also be downloaded from the Apple website. Shotcut is not a default program installed on Windows computers, but we recommend using it because Microsoft no longer supports a default video editing program. There are also many video compression applications available today, but the one we recommend is Handbrake. It is available for both Mac and Windows users, is free to download, and simple to use. So now that we are all familiar with the reasons why we recommend that users trim and/or compress their video clips prior to uploading and which applications we recommend, let's take a look at these steps in action. We're now going to quickly review the entire process of trimming, compressing, and uploading a video from start to finish. This brief video tutorial will also be made available on our support documentation site later today if you would like to use it as a resource. Please note that this video will demonstrate the process of trimming a video using both QuickTime and Shotcut, so that both Mac and Windows users are represented. Only one of these two programs is needed to trim a video clip. After downloading the video editing application, if required, the user would simply open the application and select the video. They would then trim the unwanted portions. Once they are satisfied with the final video clip, they will then export it to save it. You will now see the same trimming process again using Shotcut this time. It is important to note that edTPA students are only permitted to remove portions from the beginning and/or end of their original video recording. The final video clip submitted to Pearson must be continuous and unedited. To compress a video, the user would simply open the Handbrake application and select the video. They would then name the new file or select a new location to save it. Finally, they select the new size and compress it. Here you can see the comparison in file sizes from the original video recording to the edited version to the compressed version. The compression step is what reduces the size of the video most dramatically. This is why compressing a video will drastically reduce the time it takes for the user to upload it to Chalk and Wire. When the user is ready to upload a video to Chalk and Wire, they would follow the same steps they use to upload any other file. First, they need to navigate to the assignment or portfolio section to which they want to upload the video. They would then click Add Content, followed by Add File, and select where to insert the content. They then select the file and start uploading it. Once the upload is complete, they can close the uploading area. Users will then notice that the file will be scanned for viruses and then will be converted by the chalk and wire system. This can take several minutes depending on the size of the video file in megabytes, the quality of the internet connection, and the computer that the user is using. The user does not need to remain on this screen while the file is being scanned and converted. They can keep working elsewhere in their account or even log out and come back later to check on the progress of their upload. Users have access to help pages that will walk them through all of the steps you just saw. They can access it by clicking on the user guide option in their main menu and choosing the student manual. From the list of topics, they will choose the video uploading option and then will be provided with all of the help pages that describe the steps that I just showed you in that video. We even provide guides for compressing videos directly on a mobile device for users who captured their video recording on their smartphone or tablets. Before we open up the webinar for questions, I wanted to talk about one issue that some students seem to encounter after uploading their video to Chalk and Wire, and to provide you with some tips to resolve it. Aside from requesting support on how to edit and compress videos, users contact us with questions about how to fix the orientation of their video. This has increased in recent years because more and more students are using their smartphones, iPads, and tablets to record their videos. The issue is that the video appears upside down or sideways after it is uploaded to Chalk and Wire, even though when the user viewed the video on their computer or recording device, it appeared in the correct orientation. This problem occurs when the recording device is placed in the wrong position during the recording. For example, if you are recording a video on your smartphone, iPad, or tablet, you would want the home button to be at the bottom or the right-hand side in order to ensure your video will be recorded in the upright orientation. If the home button is on the top or on the left-hand side, the video will either appear upside down or sideways when uploaded to the internet. Luckily, this issue doesn't occur very often and is actually very simple to fix when it does occur. The student would simply need to open the video in one of the video editing applications that we recommend, which are QuickTime for Mac users or Shotcut for Windows users, and then click the export button to save a new copy of their video. That's it. In most cases, the video editing software will automatically reorient the video for the student, but if it does not, both programs do allow the user to rotate the video manually before exporting it. There is also a help page available on this topic. I will be now ending the webinar. If you do have any questions in the future, please feel free to contact our support desk by emailing support@chalkandwire.com, using the request support option in your main menu, or calling 1-866-949-6800 extension 1. If your students are having any issues, please encourage them to reach out to us. We are happy to help them with any video questions or problems they might be having, but usually following the steps recommended in this webinar by trimming a video if needed, compressing the video, and then uploading it will resolve any issues that they are having. So thank you everyone for attending. I hope you all have a wonderful day. Take care. Bye-bye.